Yo, my peoples. How you doing? Let me ask you a question. What if you study engineering at one of the top 10 universities in the world at a fraction of Western costs? Well, today I'm going to be talking about why I chose Tongji University and why I think you should start looking at Asia and China in particular for your next education experience. Now, because I know you guys, you're probably going to be asking, why should I even listen to this guy? Well, my name is Malo Marvin Malo, and I'm a young 21-year-old Zimbabwean currently studying at Tongji University in Shanghai, China, the #1 university for civil engineering in the world. I'm also very fascinated by how China was able to lift 800 million people out of poverty, as well as redesign and rebuild their infrastructure to be the best in the world in just 40 years. Man, that's incredible. Getting swept up and encouraged by this rapid Sino-Africa movement that's currently going on, of which Sino-Africa is just a fancy term of saying how China is trying to get more closely involved with Africa as they're about to have the youngest population in the world, doubling to around 830 million young people. Due to these new Sino-Africa connections, it's led to a lot of Africans coming into China for education. Now, what I hope to gain and benefit from this is I'm trying to be the catalyst in helping to replicate what China did for those 800 million people, but for the African context, you feel me? Because I do believe that Africa's solutions are in Africa's youth, myself included. So I'm going to show you a couple clips about the university, the campus life, how I've been getting along, because I am in my second year, so I've been here for a year. While the voiceover is going to be telling you about some of Tongji's credentials and why it's the #1 university in the world for civil engineering. Hopefully this motivates a young African, maybe not a Zimbabwean, hopefully a Zimbabwean, because, you know, gotta rep the home country, gotta rep the home team. But hey, I'm a Pan-Africanist at heart. So hopefully this motivates other black people, other Africans to, you know, stop putting your parents in debt in the West where you have to pay around 45, 60K yearly tuition to get an education that might not be applicable to your situation in Africa. Now, the best thing about Tongji University, in my opinion, is that they're very keen on research. So yeah, guys, let's take this walkthrough as I tell you why and show you why I chose Tongji University for civil engineering.
So in terms of civil engineering, TJU consistently ranks in the top 10 globally. This places you among juggernauts like MIT and UC Berkeley on the world stage in terms of degree prestige. China's civil engineering projects stand out without comparison in modern times. They are really the best without any competition at this moment. And at the forefront of this is the prestigious, not a C9 university, but still a top 11 university in China, and that's Tongji University, established in 1907. It's younger than my high school. Shout out to St. George's College. For any student of civil engineering to learn from this prominent Chinese institution would be a great privilege. And this is why from a while ago I decided to enroll. The majority of this footage is coming from Steeping campus, which is the main campus of Tongji University. This is where you find the College of Civil Engineering, with departments such as structural engineering, geotechnical engineering, bridge engineering, disaster mitigation for structures, and hydraulic engineering. All other footage showcasing otherwise is from TJU's much larger but less prominent Jiading campus, which houses other departments such as the Department of Road and Transportation Engineering. I'll be sure to let you know which is which. Who's this handsome devil here? You guys should get used to the face. Engineer Malo is here to stay. Yeah, there he goes yapping. I had to do the voiceover because he was rambling, guys. Thank you, future Malo, for stepping in. Aside from educating you guys, I really doing these videos because I want to be able to reflect on this time, man. There she is, the pride and joy of Tongji University. Although I am biased since I am a member of this college. The College of Architecture is it's good, I suppose. I mean, they're also renowned, but you know, civil engineering to the end. Now, this right here is pretty cool. This is the newly renovated basement area. Basically, the future of education and engineering, where we incorporate a lot of AI into the education process. As you can see, a lot of the models there are already integrated software-wise with our tablets. There's 3D printers. This is where the groups would come, congregate, work on their submissions.
Few things are as powerful. Few things are as powerful as loud. Poison is yet beautiful.
It might seem as if I'm getting a bit sidetracked, but I thought I'd just show you the mundane things that the college offers, such as large spaces for you to work on your models, modern classrooms, things of that nature, before I get into the main factors that drove my decision to attend this school. There he goes again, talking our ears off, unaware that I cut out all of this audio. Such a shame, Marlo, such a shame. start getting to the nitty-gritty of this. So Seeping Campus boasts 7 different wind tunnel versions as well as a shaking table lab. This first one we're looking at is a reflow wind tunnel installed in 1919. Reflow just means the current of wind just circles within a loop. The circle on the base also rotates so we can alter the angle that the wind attacks our model. And here's more or less the same thing, just enlarged so that we can put larger models, such as this bridge model currently being tested. Those statistics on the board are from sensors attached all throughout the model. Now here is the first wind tunnel that was installed at Tongji Seeping Campus. No recycling wind with this one. If you pay close attention, you'll see the system set up on the ceiling designed to simulate rainy conditions during testing because wind doesn't always operate by itself. But as I say this, I'm starting to notice that I cut out that portion of the video. Now the observation deck is for us to measure the stability. It uses an 8-pin system so that we can see how much our model is stable. But you can tell by the size that this isn't a very big wind tunnel. So the models can't be full scale, they're relatively small. The latest wind tunnel that Tongji University acquired at Seeping Campus, which is an omnidirectional wind tunnel where we can control each of the fans individually. So all other models are more of an even wind current attacking our models, but here we can adjust each individual fan to give a different and more realistic example of what our model will be facing in the natural environment. And shout out to our tour guide, graduate student. She was very passionate. Here we have our final. This wind tunnel mimics tornadoes. And here we are at the shaking table lab here at Seeping Campus. And she's just showing us the models that the school has done. Like that really tall one is the Shanghai Finance Center, which shows that the testing for that building was done by the school. And this is why Tongji is such a prominent university. Done a lot of major real world projects in Shanghai, all over China, Guangzhou. It's a staple for civil engineering within China. And that right there is a shaking table. This one should be a 6x4, 4x4, I'm not quite sure. I think it's a 6x4 meter. And now we're at Jiading campus. Now this is a shaking table lab at Jiading campus. Much bigger. This is a state key laboratory, meaning the government invests in this one. Here, the school doesn't even just use it for its own personal projects, they actually rent it out to other universities abroad. I'm talking Spain, I'm talking Japan, I'm talking anywhere with enough money to be able to afford this place. Now, the difference between this lab and the one at CPIN campus is that more residential structures, like a three-story building, you don't have to make a model or scale it down. You can pop this thing right down onto these shaking tables, especially when you connect all four tables. You can put the whole structure directly on to these shaking tables and test the real world applications of whatever scale earthquake or tremor that occurs in your country. Here we're heading towards a reaction wall where we can bolt the structure to the wall and basically do the same thing. The walls of Jericho. Another interesting and cool factor about Tongji and Jiading campus is that the maglev that is being installed at Hongqiao Transportation Hub, so there is rail, there is airport and buses and metro all conjugate there. So the maglev that is being installed there was tested on this campus, but I don't have footage of that. And here is the fire safety lab. Now this lab is another state key laboratory that is on Jiading campus. And here you test new materials and how they respond to high intensity heat. And we're back at CPIN campus. Now I'm on my way home. Now, unfortunately, I do not stay on campus. Unfortunately, fortunately, I don't think I could ever go back to sharing a room after off campus. The building that we stay in. Voila! That's a nice, quaint little spot. It's much larger than the dorms. And when we split the rent, it equates more or less. It's a little bit over. But yeah, guys, that was just me showing you what Tongji University offers and why it enticed me, and I had to go there. You know, I thank God for the blessing of me being able to go there. Now, hopefully, this can motivate a fellow person of melanated descent to look towards China. You know, guys, this place is comfortable, it's quaint, it's safe, it's cheap, relatively cheap compared to Western options. I am really enjoying myself here in China. So, as I join my past self in rambling, I think we can conclude that Tongji was a no-brainer. I mean, it's got government backing, state-of-the-art facilities. It's in China, which is safe. I'm in Shanghai, which is a major financial capital of the world. And the ranking is very competitive. So hoping that I've shed some light on this topic. I must love you and leave you. And to those interested, engage with this video. Comment, ask questions. I'm here to help. Engineer Malo, signing out.